Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Very much. In my room, there's a hot drink. I forgot to bring it. And I'll leave you with the keys. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Oh, my glasses. Oh, there you are. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So reading from the Adi Leela. This is chapter 7, text number 39. Tabe nija bhakta kaila yata mlecha adi sabe adaila matra kashira mayavadi. I'll just recite. Tabe nija bhakta kaila yata mlecha adi sabe adaila matra kashira mayavadi. Tabe nija bhakta kaila yatam leka adi sabe adaila matra kashira mayavadi. We should recite together, but there's not much time. We've only got a bit of time, haven't we? So. Tabe, thereafter, nija, own, bhakta, devotee, kaila, converted, yata, all, mleka, one who does not follow the Vedic principles, adi, heading the list, sabe, all those, adaila, escaped, matra, only, kashira, of Varanasi, mayavadi, impersonalists. All were converted into devotees of Lord Chaitanya, even the Malekas and Yavanas,
Only the impersonalist followers of Shankaracharya evaded him. Purport. In this verse, it is clearly indicated that although Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted Muslims and other Malakas into devotees, the impersonalist followers of Shankaracharya could not be converted. After accepting the renounced order of life, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted many karma nishtas who were addicted to fruitive activities. Many great logicians like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Nindakas, blasphemers, Pashandis, non-devotees, Adama Paduyas, degraded students. All of them gradually became devotees of the Lord, even pardoned Muslims, but the worst of offenders, the impersonalists, were extremely difficult to convert, for they had very tactfully escaped the devices of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In describing the Kashira Mayavadis, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has explained that persons who are bewildered by empiric knowledge or direct sensual perception and who thus consider that even the limited material world can be gauged by their material estimations, conclude that anything that one can discern by direct sense perception is but maya or illusion. They maintain that although the absolute truth is beyond the range of senses or sense perception, it includes no spiritual variety or enjoyment. According to Kashira Mayavadis, the spiritual world is simply void. They do not believe in the personality of the absolute truth or his varieties of activities in the spiritual world. Although they have their own arguments, which are not very strong, they have no conception of the variegated activities of the absolute truth. Those impersonalists who are followers of the Shankaracharya are generally known as Kashira Mayavadis, impersonalists residing in Varanasi. Near Varanasi there is another group of impersonalists who are known as Saranath Mayavadis. Outside the city of Varanasi is a place known as Saranatha, where there is a big Buddhist stupa. Many followers of Buddhist philosophy live there, and they are known as Saranatha Mayavadis. The impersonalists of Saranatha differ from those of Varanasi, for the Varanasi impersonalists propagate the idea that the impersonal Brahman is truth, whereas material varieties are false. But the Saranath impersonalists do not even believe that the absolute truth or the Brahman can be understood as the opposite of Maya or illusion. According to their vision, materialism is the only manifestation of the absolute truth. Factually, both Kashira and Saranatha Mayavadis, as well as any other philosophers who have no knowledge of the spiritual spirit soul, are advocates of utter materialism. None of them have clear knowledge regarding the absolute or the spiritual world. Philosophers like the Saranath Mayavadis, who don't believe in the spiritual existence of the absolute truth, but consider material varieties to be everything, do not believe that there are two kinds of natures, inferior material nature and superior spiritual nature. As described in the Bhagavad Gita, actually, neither the Varanasi nor the Saranath Mayavadis accept the principle of the Bhagavad Gita due to a poor fund of knowledge. Since these impersonalists who do not believe or do not have perfect spiritual knowledge of cannot understand the principles of Bhakti Yoga, they must be classified amongst the non-devotees who are against the Krishna consciousness movement. We sometimes feel inconvenienced by hindrances offered by these impersonalists, but we do not care. about their so-called philosophy, for we are propagating our own philosophy as presented in Bhagavad Gita as it is, and getting successful results. The theorizing as if devotional service were subject to their mental speculation, both kinds of Mayavadi impersonalists conclude that the subject matter of Bhakti Yoga is a creation of Maya, and that Krishna, devotional service, and the devotees are all also Maya. Therefore, as stated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mayavadi Krishna Aparadi, all the Mayavadis are offenders to Lord Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Chaitanya, which is 17:129. It is not possible for them to understand the Krishna consciousness movement. Therefore, we do not value their philosophical conclusions. However experts such quarrelsome impersonalists are in putting forward their so-called logic, we defeat them in every respect and go forward with our Krishna consciousness movement. Their imaginative mental speculations cannot deter the progress of the Krishna consciousness movement, which is completely spiritual and is never under the control of such Mayavadis. Omigam Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militanjena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastatya Disacharine. So one set of impersonalists, they believe that there is something which is opposite of this material world. And so the opposite of the material world is no life. So what's the point? If everything's conscious, the absolute truth, even the Mayavadis agree, is conscious, right? So if they say a thing becomes unconscious, it's contradictory, isn't it? And so, they understand that the opposite of, they don't understand that there's varieties. When we say the opposite, like in Ishupanishads, it's talking about, it's proving that the absolute truth is a person. That's the whole purpose of the Ishupanishad. But it can be read by the Mayavadis to show that it's impersonal. The absolute truth, he walks, but he does not walk. How do you understand that? He's far away, but he's very near. See, this is the impersonal Brahman. It's everywhere, and it's in every place at the same time. So it walks, but it doesn't walk. But they can't understand that within spiritual life, there's a material walking and spiritual walking. Everything we've got here must come from. It must be a reflection of reality. If this is reality, why does it actually cease to exist after some time? Absolute means that it never ceases to exist in its present form. It's eternal. It's absolute in all. So it's complete. It's complete contradictions. Okay, the absolute truth is it's all one, right? Is it all one? That's what the Mayavadis say. Who thinks it's all one? Put your hands up. Go on, put them up. We have so many deities, but eventually, when we get around to it, they're all the same, aren't they? But no. If the absolute truth is one, then it says in Bhagavad Gita, it cannot be burnt by fire, it can't be withered by the wind, it can't be soshened, it can't be soaked by water, it cannot be cleaved or cut. So how does it become many? If we're part of the absolute, how have we become many? Can you answer? If it's one, they say it's one, right? So how has it become many if you can't cut it? And so but they say, when we actually become perfect, we go back into one. So we're not arguing on Bhagavad Gita now. They'll choose what they want to argue on. So that means they ain't got absolute knowledge. If they have absolute knowledge, they'll argue on any scripture, any place or time, and be able to prove it, right? Because absolute knowledge defeats all other knowledge. So we have to see it like that. It's common sense. But why do we actually accept it? Why do we accept such nonsense? Because we want to enjoy. Basically. The reason we're in this material world is that we have a separatist mentality of wanting to enjoy individually at the cost of others, ultimately, because everybody wants to enjoy individually. So when you get individual enjoyment, you're going to get, different ideas of what that enjoyment should be. And so this is the nature of the material world. And because we've now been conditioned like that so much that when we actually read some philosophy, which puts that forward as being the real, we'll accept it like anything. How many Buddhists are there nowadays? There's thousands of them, but nobody's really following Buddhism. But people are attracted because there's no God, there's nothing afterwards, and we don't follow the Buddhist principles anymore. We just say we're a Buddhist. So it means that it's an excuse to do what I want. I remember now I got fed up of listening to people spouting about different things, and in Christianity there's not much philosophy, so I was a little bit I weren't so attracted anymore. And so I started to think about Buddhism. And, I thought, well, it's all right, Buddhism, you can get away with murder. And then I saw a Buddhist book. There was this bald-headed gentleman on the book. I thought, just what I need. So I bought this book and I got it home, and it was a Hare Krishna book. Oh, were I disappointed. These Hare Krishnas, they're crackers. Some on the telly many years ago, dancing. But then I started to read it after about 7 years. I picked it up. You've got to be disappointed to wait 7 years, haven't you? And it started to make sense. I was ready for it then. So Buddhism means that, nihilism, material, there's only material life, there's nothing afterwards. But they're honest. But the cashier Mayavadis, they cheat. We're saying that, they're cheating left, right and centre, covering up the tracks. And they can do it. They can do it. You can't defeat them if you buy philosophy. If they can make their own philosophy out of the Sanskrit language. It's so arranged. Krishna's arranged it that way. If you want to believe that way, then you can interpret it that way. And it's the same with us. If we want to actually, follow religion, but really want to be a Mayavadi or an impersonalist and enjoy separately, we can do that as well. Krishna won't interfere if that's what. So we have to be careful. We have to understand the, read the Upanishads. That's the thing. Read the and there's no doubt. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. The absolute truth is complete and whole. and everything that emanates from it is complete and whole. Even the complete units are complete and whole. So if we are individuals, the Absolute Truth must have individuality, right? It must be a person. You can't, if you go to the bank, you know, and you want to draw, you know, some money, and they haven't got any, well, you can't draw it out, can you? So if the Absolute Truth ain't got personality, we can't have it. All these arguments are there. And so Lord Chaitanya, he couldn't defeat them. Even he could if he wanted. You know, he can do anything, but, you know, based on the Sanskrit language, he found it very difficult, what they call tricky. And so they were most difficult. It says even the Muslim invaders, you know, they were following Islam. They could be converted. That's not easy. But he couldn't. So that's one of he took sannyas to convert those who wouldn't take to Krishna consciousness so easily, especially the sannyasis, especially the Mayavadis, impersonalists. And we'll read about the other. You want to hear about the other living entities who found it difficult. He found difficult to convert. I mean, if you're not bothered, I won't. Okay. I'll just. Okay. The Karmanistas. Who are the Karmanistas? Sounds good, doesn't it? Karmanista. So, did somebody speak then? A Karmanista. Nishta means fixed, right? Karma means material work. Everybody's a Karmanista. It's everybody. You know, we're working so hard, aren't we? Just to get some shekels. And then we can actually have some enjoyment. We're fixed, is that right? Everybody's fixed. Even those who've actually dropped out in the city centre, they're not doing out. They're better than Karmanistas in one respect, aren't they? They realise it's a waste of time. They're good candidates. So who's the Karmanistas? It's everybody. What about this is a good one, Kutarkikas. What? What kind of logicians? False logicians, yeah. They've got a they're like these. That's a Mayavadi class we were talking about. Which Mayavadis are they? Kashira Mayavadis. They actually they misinterpret the Absolute Truth to be one. And the Buddhists, they just throw the whole thing away altogether. So who's the Kashira Mayavadi in Chaitanya Chaitamrita? Don't look. Hey? Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He was a strong Mayavadi. He's the biggest scholar in the whole of the world, actually. Everybody used to come to India for philosophy. You know, the Greeks, they got their philosophy from India. But so, you know, it was well respected. And so, you know, how do you convert somebody like that? What would you do? Kill him, right? How would you convert him? But we just have to take Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is showing us how to deal with different classes of people. You just listen to him. You know, everybody wants to talk, aren't they? Yeah? There's not many good listeners in nowadays, is there? You know, when somebody's speaking, what are you doing? You're waiting till he's finished, and you can talk, you know. When's he going to finish? You know? We've got to want to put our penance in. Is that right? So, but when somebody listens to us, what do we think? He's intelligent. There's not many people like this about. And so you know, but Sarvabhauma, he got beyond that. I mean, 7 days. 7 days of listening without speaking a word. I mean, I was just speaking for like 5 minutes and I was getting a bit worried. Nobody was responding. Well, 7 days, that's a different thing. You can't keep quiet for 7 days, can you? But he did, Lord Chaitanya. And then eventually, Lord, you know, Sarvabhauma says, he says, I've been speaking for 7 days. He says, do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? And Lord Chaitanya said, my dear sir, if you permit me to speak, I'll speak, and if you won't be offended, I'll speak. He said, speak. He says, it says this, Vedanta is very easy to understand, but what you're speaking, I can't understand. He says, you're completely, you know, changing the whole thing around. And, you know, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he was shocked. Nobody had ever spoke to him like that before. And his brother was Gopinathacharya, right? Gopinathacharya, he was a Lord Chaitanya devotee. And he kept telling when Sarvabhauma went to Gopinathacharya and told him about it. And Gopinathacharya said, do you know who you're speaking to? And they said, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he didn't accept that. And so we were arguing and arguing. He didn't accept what Lord Chaitanya said straight away. But, you know, the seed had been planted. And eventually, you know, he became convinced that, you know, Lord Chaitanya, he became convinced by Lord Chaitanya about his position. And he became one of the best devotees. He wrote over 100 verses. Was it 100? I think it was, yeah. And one of them, it was, you know, talking about Lord Chaitanya's position as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, you know, in this way, if we want to actually spread, do we want to spread Krishna consciousness? Yes. Yeah? Is everybody on the same page with that one? Okay. What are we going to do about it? Any ideas? I'm home to ideas. You know, we're all stretched. It's a head scratcher, isn't it? Any ideas? What could you do you think, to spread Krishna consciousness?
Book distribution.
Eh?
Book distribution.
Book distribution. So that's a good one, isn't it? Who's in for book distribution? Get your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them up. Put them up. Okay. Okay. Wait, Prema Bhakti, take the names. We'll have you all out next Saturday, right? So we can all do something, even if book distributions, it's a bit much in the beginning maybe, but at least we can be there, you know, we can have his foot on the pavement and, you know, behind the table. You know what I mean? And then we start to get the mood. And when we see 1 or 2 people taking the books, we get fired up. It's a big endeavour. What's the most difficult thing in this world? What people fear the most? Hey? Public speaking, yeah. And book distribution. Oh. We're only speaking to one, so it's not so bad. When you're public speaking, you're speaking to a lot of people. So we're only going to speak to one person. And if we're behind the book table, they come. And then we can actually, they'll ask questions. And then you start. You know, Vaisheshika in, where is it called, what they call it, Silicon Valley, they're all Indians. You know that? Not red Indians, you know. They're all Indians. And they're distributing like anything. It's just a matter of, you know, getting acclimatized. Indians are entrepreneurs, aren't they? You can go anywhere in the world. You can go to Greenland even, and there'll be a Patel's news agent there. Yeah. So you know we can adapt. So we're all for it next Saturday. Or we can make it Sunday morning. Get some appetite for the program. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to convert the Kotarkikas when we go out there. Then there's the Nindakas. It's Nindaka. What are they? They're the blasphemers. Who's the blasphemers in Chaitanya Chaitamrita? Who? Amoga. I suppose he is in one respect, but a bigger one than Amoga. Eh? Gopal Chatterjee, no?
Maharaj, the one who put the items for Durga Devi worship in front of Gadadhar Pandit's house. I don't remember.
Ah, yeah. No, it's not.
Is it them two brothers that went around it hurting everyone? Is it them two?
No. It's easy. Prakashananda Sarasvati. You remember there was Chandrasekhar and Tapana Mishra, and they were, you know, they were hosting Lord Chaitanya, and they kept coming back saying, you know, he was dancing in the street as a sannyasi and chanting the holy name, and the Mayavadis don't do that. It's sentimental, isn't it? They study Vedanta. And so they were criticising him, and they couldn't stand it, Chandrasekhar and Tapana Mishra. And so they kept telling Lord Chaitanya, he said, oh, forget it, not wasting my time. And so then he went to Vrindavan. When he came back, he's still at it. And so this intelligent Brahmin, he organised a feast. He invited all the Mayavadis and then Lord Chaitanya. And when Lord Chaitanya came, what tactic did he use? You've got, you know, when you're preaching, you've got to know what you're dealing with, haven't you? He knew he was dealing with Mayavadis. And they're all, what are they? When they perfect themselves, they're all Narayan, aren't they? So if you think you're Narayan, you're going to be pretty puffed up, aren't you? Yeah. And so what did he do to counteract? He took the humble role, didn't he? So a preacher has to be patient, he has to listen, he has to be humble. Because when he was you know, he preached to them. He said, well, you know, why, come and sit with us. Why are you actually chanting like a sentimentalist? He said, my spiritual master told me that, you know, I can't understand. You know, it was glowing like anything. And they all thought, this is Narayan, it must be. And so they were really respecting him. And when somebody who you really respect and think, this person's advanced, you say, they can't understand Vedanta and you're studying it, how are you going to feel? Well, if he can't understand it, what am I trying to do? But anyway, he didn't just defeat them with logic. He actually gave some arguments. He just defeated them by his, by his humility as well. They wanted to surrender to him at one point. And that's how it should be. People should want to surrender. And that comes from, achar, from a Vaishnava's behavior. Otherwise, they'll never surrender. So if we're practicing devotional service, we should be actually monitoring how we're developing these qualities that are spoken about in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita as well. Then there was, what's the next one? Pashandis, non-devotees. Who's the Pashandis? Who's the non-devotees?
Two brothers.
The two brothers. The Cray twins, right? No, it's Jagai and Madai. Actually, Lord Chaitanya didn't approach them himself. He sent Nityananda, because he's more merciful, is he? Who's more merciful, Nityananda or Lord Chaitanya? Are you sure?
Yes.
Why? It says so, doesn't it? No, this pastime shows how merciful Lord Nityananda was. When he sent Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur to preach to them, and they saw this, when they were walking, they saw this huge crowd and a big commotion. And when they went through the crowd and they saw Jagai and Madai in a drunken stupor, fighting one another. And so Lord Nityananda thought, if we save these, this was Lord Chaitanya thought, if we save these, it'll be a big preaching tool, because everybody will start to be impressed. And so he was just starting up, and all the crowd, don't go near them, they'll kill you. And so Lord Nityananda went, and immediately, as soon as he started, telling them to chant Hare Krishna, they both started chasing Haridas Thakur and Lord Nityananda. And when they were running, Haridas Thakur were blaming Nityananda, you're a madman approaching them people. And he said, no, it's a madman who sent us. They were talking about Lord Chaitanya. And so then they report to Lord Chaitanya. He says, very good, go back again. And so they went back again. And this time, I think it was Madai, he picked up a earthen pot and he threw it at Lord Nityananda and hit him on the head, and there was blood pouring out of his head. But when, they saw his reaction, it's actually completely changed their hearts. But Lord Chaitanya got to know about it. And so Lord Chaitanya came with his Sudarshan chakra. He was going to actually kill both of them. And Lord Nityananda stopped him. He says, if you kill these two, you have to kill everybody. Everybody's got these tendencies. And so Lord Chaitanya understood this is actually a fact. We have to kill the demoniac mentality. So our preaching is easy in that respect. First, our preaching tool is to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Harinam, distributing books, that's Briyat Madanga, that's extending the Harinam. And our work's done. And then when people become a little bit more receptive, then we can help them to understand the philosophy. If everybody starts doing this movement will explode. We have to actually get out there and make devotees somehow or other. And it won't be easy. Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur said, we sweat gallons of blood. And that was an underestimation. Prabhupada, 40 years before any success, just to make one devotee. Are we up for it?
Yeah.
So, Pashandis. Last one, Adama Paduyas. Have you got any Adama Paduyas in the audience? These are the students. Have we got any students? Oof. So Adama Padoyas, this was Mukunda, wasn't it? He was going to all the, student. I mean, I remember when I left school, I went to, I got a job actually. And it doesn't happen very often nowadays, does it? Now you go straight from school to college, then to university. And then by the time they finish university, they're over the hill. They've lost the incentive to do anything a lot of the time. I might be over it. Do you think I'm being a bit? Is that right? I think so. If you get too much schooling, you lose the initiative to do anything. So it just to be at that time. It were a balance. It were a blend. They send you to school for 1 day a week, and you learn. We call day release. And when I became a student, 16 years old, I thought I knew everything. When the world's ready for me now. So that's what he had to deal with, And Mukunda was going to he was going to the Kashira Mayavadis, the Saranath Mayavadis, the Bhogi Yogis. Who else is there? The Bhogi Yogi. Who else is there? There's the... Anyway, he was going to everybody. When they gave a class, he was going, wonderful. Wonderful. He was agreeing with them. And, this was monitored by some of the devotees, and they went back and they told Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya was so angry. He was so angry, he said, tell Mukunda, I never want to see his face around here anymore. Now, if the Supreme Personality of God says that to you, you're finished, aren't you? And so all the devotees, they felt really sorry for Mukunda. And so they started petitioning Lord Chaitanya. And eventually they said, at least you'll see him tell him that you'll see him sometime. So Lord Chaitanya says, okay, tell him I'll see him after the next 10,000 births. And then in the next room, he heard this chanting, I will see, I will see. And it was Mukunda who was in the other room, and he'd heard this, and he was chanting. And so this is a mood of advice now, that we have to have that patience. And when Lord Chaitanya sees that patience, then he actually brings us very close. And so immediately he said, bring Mukunda here. So he neglected Mukunda. It's not that we neglect otherwise there wouldn't be no Krishna sock. Yeah. There wouldn't be a Krishna sock society. But, we neglect what they're talking about, Okay, it's nearly 2:00. So we've had them all now. So now we know how to deal with everybody, right? Just asking, are you a Pashandi? How did you know? Best way to get through to people is if you can get them to laugh. Yeah? It's not so bad. It's pretty good. But if we get them to actually smile or laugh, that's a really big step forward. Sometimes we're too serious, aren't we? That won't work. So when we go out on Sankirtan, we should be jolly. And that's why if they have the holy name chanting at the same time, everybody's jolly. You can see the difference. We have some book distributors here, on the harmonium. There's a few people following as well. And the whole atmosphere becomes... and people start walking to the table. They want, what's all this about? And so, you know, every service has got its taste. But, you know, when we actually try to give something, then we get the best taste. This is called, a Vaishnava is para dukkha dukhi. He or she, they don't like to see the suffering of others. And so they make inroads to try and help them in some way, shape or form. And even if we don't do book distribution, we can still, like say, help others. Just by being nice, just by setting an example, just by being a person, just by being conscious that they're there and acknowledging them and speaking to, you know, people are so much affected by that. That was the first thing that affected me when I came to the Hare Krishna temple. That, you know, somebody came up to you and they were helpful and they were actually, I thought this person actually, he likes me. You know, everybody likes to be liked, don't they? If somebody comes up and they genuinely want to help you, they'll feel that like anything. So if we develop this mood, you know, even at the Sunday program, you know, we can be like that. We tend to get into the tea party mentality, you know what I mean? You know, we all get a group and, you know, we're starting to talk about the week's activities, right? And we don't even notice when somebody walks in sometimes. You know, and the Duke of Edinburgh's not around anymore, is he? You know, so you know, King Charles, he could walk in. Nobody would notice. So there's some things we can do, isn't there? We can become... the Sunday programme is for us, but it's for making devotees. And if we use the Sunday programme like that, then we'll really enjoy the Sunday programme. We won't be thinking he's got more puris than I've got. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Why does he get all the samosas all the time? He's only serving so he can stash them. So we'll forget all that. Okay, any questions or comments? No, have you got a question? Oh. No questions, eh? There was a devotee called, they called him, I forget what we call him. Actually, he had initiated Dr. Fakir Mohan. I don't know, but he was a really advanced devotee. He was actually an associate of Gaur Govinda Swami, and everybody revered him as a very elevated devotee. And he was a brahmachari from life. He was born in a Vaishnava family, so that's all he knew from his birth. He was the head of a Sanskrit college. He was a brahmachari all his life, but he didn't wear saffron. He used to wear white. And when he gave class, I sometimes had the good fortune to, you know, drive him around and serve him. And he gave class at the manor. When he gave class at the manor, all he gave class on was the holy name. Probably thought that's all we could understand, you know. But when he started giving a class, you know, you were reaching for your bead bag, you know. But when he wasn't giving class, he was happy to listen to anybody. You could put a young biker on the podium, you know, and guess what? He was sat there, and he was like this. And when he says, and the biker said, any questions, boom, straight away. And when they were giving class, he used to go around saying, "Please, Prabhu." You know. Oh, Please, Prabhus. Okay.
We still have time for questions, Maharaj,
Okay.
if anybody has some question.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much for one very nice class. It was very engaging. Maharaj, I had a question regarding how Lord Chaitanya dealt with Mukunda and his friends. We used to go out and hear from everyone and anyone. At least in my own experiences, I have seen that when there are new devotees, they have some Lokik Shraddha.
What?
They have some faith on certain personalities just because they are famous on Instagram, or people revere them as Babajis and they look like saints. But when you actually open up and explore the philosophy, it's nothing. It's absolutely, if I may say, garbage. So how do we convince sometimes the new devotees to have faith and at least in the beginning only adhere to the Guru Parampara and one specific line of thought rather than going everywhere and listening everywhere and here and there? Sorry.
So again, I didn't really understand what you said. When you go to somebody, you find it sounds good, but when you go into it, it's not. It's shallow. There's nothing there.
Yes, but
But the question is,
The-
how do we educate them not to go around,
yes.
Oh, right.
not to shop around?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
No, they can shop around if they want. It's not like when once they come to the
They
temple,
never,
that's it.
they never end, Maharaj.
Hey?
They keep shopping forever.
Yes, Maharaj.
Oh, if they keep
That's the
shopping.
problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Initially, okay, you shop
Well, that
around for
means
some
that-
time.
But they just keep going
Means it
everywhere.
never ends.
Never
Yeah.
ends. Yeah.
Well, they're not shopping, are they?
They are not shopping.
Window shopping. Yeah.
If you're shopping, you usually buy something, don't you?
Good point.
Tell them. So what do you do? Yeah, I mean, they say, what are you doing? Just, you can't change people. You have to be patient. That's all. They are who they are. You can only present. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. We can only present what we know and what philosophy. And then it's up to the individual. And the only way to really encourage people is just to, develop loving relationships. And then people will be influenced by that. And then they open up and they'll listen. And what they're looking for some satisfaction. So if they get satisfaction from being in the association of a certain group of people, like devotees in a temple, then they'll automatically be satisfied and they'll feel secure in going forward with the process in the next stage. And so that's how success in. I remember our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. He said, "Good management means nobody leaves." So what's that? That's emphasizing not just externals, but the real preaching is actually relationships. Prabhupada met devotees because everybody thought, he likes me. And he was just like so amenable. When I read Prabhupada's books, I didn't even know which book I didn't even know it was Prabhupada's book. And I got the feeling, this person, who is it? He's actually helping me like anything. So that's what we need to culture. And if we do that, that'll please Krishna so much. And everything else will work. There's a story of the Prachetas. When they went to the forest, they were doing the meditation. They were strict. Whew. But, so Lord Vishnu appeared. And he didn't appear because they were strict. He appeared because they were reciprocating so nicely. He said, I'm so pleased with your relationships. And it's the most difficult thing to do because in this world, relationships are only skin deep and they're only there as long as we can get something from it. Yeah? So we have to go a bit deeper than that. As devotees, we have to advance. And the more we advance, the more we open up, the more we're able to actually deal with devotees without any ulterior motives. And that's what was so attractive about Prabhupada. That was so attractive about Lord Chaitanya, and still is. Okay.
Thank you, Aryan Prabhu. Thank you, Maharaj, for that long explanation. So let's thank Maharaj by chanting one loud Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Maharaj. Good to see Maharaj back to Manchester. So Maharaj was away for last few months in preaching in Georgia. So Maharaj just came back on the 4th March, just after the day after Gaura Purnima. Maharaj will be here for some time, and he's running a Bhakti Shastri course. So it's, devotees can attend online, Maharaj, online on Sunday. So for further details, you can see Madhav Kumar Prabhu, and we have the information available on our website, ISKCON So Maharaj is approachable. If you have anything you want to philosophically share, discuss, Maharaj doors are always open. So thank you so much, Maharaj. Really appreciate your time. Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, thank you so much for being with us today. So we had a wonderful Gaura Purnima celebration. So several devotees attended and appreciated the efforts. On a working day, it takes a lot to set up a festival like that. And usually devotees come around 7:30, they leave by 10:30. But the volunteers work behind the scenes so much. Some devotees have taken 2 days off, the day and the next day, because they worked so much. And on behalf of ISKCON Manchester, we would like to express our gratitude for everyone, those who attended, but especially for those who volunteered and walked behind the scenes so much. We are praying at the lotus feet of Prabhupada and Mahaprabhu to bless all of them. And thank you so much. It was a wonderful, wonderful setup. So much effort has been put into it. The altar was one of the best ones I've ever seen, wonderfully, wonderfully decorated, very eye-catching. Really, really appreciate all the devotees for putting wonderful effort. It's a wonderful team effort. So thank you so much. And on that note, we have another wonderful festival coming up this month, on the 26th of March, Thursday, which is Ram Navami, appearance of Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan. So it's a working day again. So we are trying to find out, look for a venue to celebrate it outside in the evening. But if we can't find any, we will celebrate here. But our preference is to celebrate at an external venue. So thank you so much. Please make a note of that. 26 March. So we have a couple of birthdays today. Let me see if we have cakes ready. No cakes arrived yet. Yes, so 2 birthdays, but the cakes, can we just go and get the cakes? Ask Madhavi Mataji? Someone? Yeah. Aryan Prabhu is going. Okay. Saban Prabhu, can you display ISKCONManchester.com? Yeah. So, we are... From ISKCON Manchester, we are organizing a spiritual retreat to India, especially South India, guided by Her Grace Dr. Nitai Sevini Mataji. So we will be mainly visiting Narsimhadev temples in South India, following in the footsteps of Mahaprabhu. So this will happen in August. It's a 8-day tour. So more information is available on our website, ISKCONManchester.com. But you can also see Madhav Kumar Prabhu This will be spiritually wonderfully surcharged. Mataji, Dr. Nitai Sevini is a very well-known speaker. So she can practically speak 5 to 7 languages like that, very fluent. So she'll be guiding us. And if you would like to, visit, please look at our website or see Madhav Kumar Prabhu for further information. Yes, so today's feast actually has been sponsored by Krishna Priya Mataji on the occasion of a son's Krishna's birthday. Krishna Priya Krishna. So far, thank you so much. Mataji said, I said, don't worry, just cut the cake. No need to sponsor. Don't worry. I said, no. I would like to feed all the devotees. It's my son's first birthday. And she really want to celebrate here among all the devotees. So we are very grateful for being part of our family. Thank you so much. And for their spiritual benefit, please chant one loud Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hopefully the cakes have come. There's some sound they're bringing. So we'll cut the cake. There is another birthday also, Suzanne's birthday. Suzanne is not here. Everybody will know her when she comes here. Especially when she chants Hare Krishna mantra loudly. Okay, so here is the cake coming. Please, okay. Thank you. But so we don't know whose is whose. To birthday. Maybe can we bring the small one from there, please? Radharani and Krishna. Yashoda. Wow. Yeah, place here. And Mataji, we have knife. I asked her to send a knife and bowls as well. Mataji, knife and bowls. Okay. I just have to be here somewhere, I guess, probably. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. Is Suzanne here?
She's upstairs.
So she doesn't want to cut the cake? Okay. Who is doing the birthday song? Who is singing? Did you sing about this song? Okay. So here is Suzanne. Suzanne, can you chant one loud Hare Krishna mantra?
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah. So Suzanne, yes, go there. Which one is yours? The pink one must be. Yes, yes. So you want to be there? Yes. So Suzanne is turning now 8. And she's very, very active in the temple, especially when you ask her to chant Hare Krishna mantra. She's always there, very, very enthusiastic. And for any service you ask as a volunteer, her and her brother Kabir, they always raise hands and they make their parents work, do the job. Very enthusiastic, and they've been a part of our wonderful family. We are very, very happy to have them here. Of course, Krishnabaya Mataji always try to do service, cleaning temple, etc. So she always comes to temple. We are very happy for them as well. Thank you so much. So now birthday song will be sung by our devotees.
Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to dear Suzanne, Hare Krishna to you. May you never take birth again, may you never take birth again, may you never take birth again. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Suzanne, would you like to say anything? Speak a little bit? No? You're okay? You want to say anything? Yeah.
Chant more and more every day.
Louder and louder every day as well. Thank you so much. That's good. Please take a seat, or you can stand there as well, wherever you like. And now our Krishna. Yes. Krishna Prema. Some people don't like it, but skip that. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Go on.
Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So thank you. Is anyone coming for the first time or coming after a long time to our temple? First time, very welcome to our temple. Thank you for being with us. We have these programs on a regular basis every Sunday from 12:30 to 3. So if you want to join our WhatsApp community, there is a QR code displayed. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay, now please stand up. We'll do Kirtan for 30 minutes followed by Prasadam. Some people are really sensitive. I realize after singing several times when I looked at their face, why is he saying no? They don't different faiths, different beliefs. So it's because you don't need to deliver everyone. People shopping around, you have to ask them to I agree with this point. People go. Actually, you should be loyal and strong. That's our mission. Yeah, but we have to be like a honeybee, no problem.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधारा शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। बोलिए हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद श्री राधे. नंद श्री राधे. जय पंच तत्व, पंच तत्व, पंच तत्व, जय पंच तत्व. पंच तत्व. जय गौरानिताय, 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 जय गौरानिताय. जय गौरानिताय. जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह. जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद. नहीं बोल पाऊंगा, आप बोल नहीं बोल पाऊंगा. जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव याद नहीं है बोल रहे हो जय गौर भक्त वृंदा बोलो गौर भक्त वृंदा वृंदा जय गौर भक्त वृंदा वृंदा जय गौर भक्त वृंदा भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गौर हरि बोल हरे राम राम हरे हरे निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे लो शिला प्रभुपाद की जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सत्श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस शिला अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की जय ISKCON संस्थापक आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस शिला गौर किशोरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस शिला भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य शीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहिए जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय कुरुक्षेत्र धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की द्वारका धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की जय बृहद मृदंगा ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नामा ब्राह्मणि वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतन राजन विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीरा विद्याजल जड़ेन्द्रिया ताहे कल शरीरा विद्या जल जड़ेन्द्रिया ताहे कल जीवे पहले विषय सागरे तार मध्य जीवाते हि लोभो माय सुदुर्मते लोभो माय सुदुर्मते ताके जेत कठिन संसारे कृष्णा बड़दायो माय करी बार जीवा जाए करी बार जीवा जाए करी बार स्वाप्रसादन ना दिलो बाय स्वाप्रसादन दिलो बाय स्वाप्रसादन ना दिलो बाय स्वाप्रसादन दिलो बाय से अन्नमृता पाओ राधा कृष्णा गुना गाओ से अन्नमृता पाओ राधा कृष्णा गुना प्रेमे डागो चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे श्री भगवत महाप्रसादम की प्रसादम awaits next door.
But you need to change the tune. Stop 1 second, then it starts playing both. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.